Alright, so I wanted to share with you what is in the blood spill kit. Okay, what you're going to need to make it. Alright, so this is kind of what it looks like. Okay, now with the budget, according to the budget that you have, and when you get your budget, you either are gonna buy these things out of pocket and make it happen, or wait till you get your budget in, if you get a budget, and if you don't get one, or if you have one and it's limited, just what exactly you can put in it. So I teach 10th graders this year, so it's my intro class. So I taught them how to do the blood spill kit. And so just wanted to share with you how I put that together. Okay, so we have a little label, and they labeled it blood spill kit. Next year I'm thinking of maybe making them the label, but I kind of like that they write it so they know what it is. I have a little bit more of a memory of what they're making. So that's one bag. This is where everything's going to go in, and it's already kind of used because I've used this for several years. I just need to change the bag out. So then you have another bag. Okay, this should be a biohazard sticker, but we don't have sticker paper, so it's just on a regular piece of paper. It's colored, and this I just got off of Google. Okay, so this should be on the baggie like so. It's not, so we just put it in the baggie, and we show the students that this is the baggie that all the paper towels or wipes or gloves, anything with blood on it goes in here. Okay, this we go ahead and have the student fold it up, and it goes in the big bag. Okay, all right, so then they have a Band-Aid. Okay, just one regular Band-Aid, and that goes in our baggie as well. Okay, take a roll of paper towels. You can buy the cheapest one at the dollar store. Again, this is just to teach them how it's done and what goes in there. This is not the official one that goes in their state board exam bag. That bag, that blood spill kit, we make sure we get them the good kind of paper towels, the good gloves, it's not a little piece of paper that says what it is, it's the actual packet of the product. Okay, so again, this is just for the beginner class. Okay, so take a paper towel, fold it up. Okay, so the paper towel goes in here. If you don't have the fancy, hand paper towels, the brown paper towels from the bathrooms, I guess, will do. Okay, not that that's what should go in there, but it'll do. Okay, so that goes in there. We have their gloves. Okay, this year our budget we don't have it just yet. So we had leftover food gloves, and the reason why we have food gloves is because when I ordered them, I thought they were cheaper, so I thought, oh, gloves, I'll order these because they're like $1 and something cents per box of 100 gloves. Well, I didn't know that they were literally like the ones they use in the cafeteria to serve the food. But so then we got stuck with a lot of them, but then we use them for paraffin dip. When we dip the hand in the paraffin and then we put the glove, because they're pretty big, we put the glove on, they work awesome, super awesome for that. But anyway, so it's a glove, but this is the good kind of glove, and that we have them put a pair of gloves in their baggie. Okay. Then of course we have the finger cot, and the finger cot, we go over how it's used, what it's used for, and of course kids always have a blast of making fun of this and being silly with it. I give them 2 seconds to be silly with it, and then we get serious and tell them that we're professionals and we don't do that. And typically that kind of just cuts it out. All right, so then we have this school year again, because I hadn't ordered any of the stuff, but we typically have the alcohol wipe, and then we have the antiseptic cream, the ointment. I didn't have enough to put in all the students' baggies to hand them out. Typically we would, but since I didn't want to not give them one. So then what I did is I went on Google, I looked for these images, I printed them out in color, had them cut them out, and told them, you should have it, but and I just have a picture, but so I explained to them why they don't have the actual packet. But then these, eventually will get replaced with the good one, the real ones, but just so they know what goes in their bag. So if it's black and white because you don't have a color printer, it's fine. As long as they know what is supposed to go in the bag that first year, you're good to go. So that goes in there. One or the other. okay? And then the other thing that I make is, and I'm gonna try to put this up close here if it'll, okay, if it'll, it's not focusing, but if you pause it, you can pretty much read what it says. It was a different format. It was just real typed, a copy of a copy of a copy, and I really didn't like it. So I went ahead and made this one. I got this little picture off of Google, and it's just a lot nicer, and put a square around it so they can cut it out nice and neat. Put the procedure steps here, and went ahead and printed that out. So again, if you don't have it in color, no big deal. It just makes it fancier. It just makes it extra. Makes it something nice for them to put in their bag, but it draws more attention, but it does not mean that it has to be in color. Okay, so we go ahead and put that in our baggie as well. Okay, we squeeze all the air out of it, and that is how we make our blood spill kit and everything that is inside of it. I want to go ahead and show you how I made the labels through PowerPoint. Alright, because I don't know how to record and do voiceovers and all that, we're just going to have to do it this way to where you can, I'm just recording the screen. Alright, so I have a little dual monitor thing. So, well, first thing that I went ahead and I did is I went ahead and opened up PowerPoint. Now, you can YouTube how to teachers pay teachers, how to create those documents, and so that's kind of how I learned. So just by making a new slide, okay, you can choose your size of your slide by going to design and then going over to slide size. You can customize the size of it here, portrait or landscape, and okay. Alright, mine's already normal sheet of paper size. Okay, so here what I did for this one, and let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. I went ahead and created a table. Okay, so let me show you how I did that. So I'm going to go up here to insert, table, and I'm just going to do 3 just to do. Okay, I'm going to minimize this a little bit. I can move these up and down. Let me go smaller. So I can make it fit the whole page. I can go outside of my margins, it's fine. I can choose any one of these and it will automatically change my layout. Or if you go here, if you go up to the theme, the color, I'm just going to do white. You see it all goes away, but because there are no borders selected. So once I put all borders down, then it puts all the borders down in through here, and then you can go ahead and see where your blocks are. Once you have your blocks in, what I did is I went ahead and typed up what individually it was that I was going to do. So having this, I go ahead and I insert everything that I'm going to be needing to be typed up. Then I go and I insert the image as well. I want to go ahead and make these 2 items one. So I highlight the actual verbiage, and then I highlight the picture. You right click. When you right click, it says group, and then you click on group. When you do so, then it's the whole thing that groups together. On this side I did have a little bit of trouble, but on this side it worked out pretty good. Once you have this, then you can go ahead and print it out. When you're done printing, then you can go ahead and save it as well. Now I want to show you how I did this one. On this one on the side, we're going to go ahead and keep on that one. On this one here, what I did is I just went ahead and went to Google, okay, and I typed in a cream packet. Whenever you're working with images, you always want to make sure to click on tools, click on size. When you click on size, always click on large, because what happens is if you do not click on large and you click on any size, some of these are really, really small pictures, so that when you print it or put it on a Word document and print it, it will come out pixelated. So what you want to do is go to images. Once you go to Google, go to tools. You're going to go to size, go to large, and then these are the images that will not be pixelated whenever you print them out. So you can pick, for example, that one, okay? Sometimes there's a bar here, it'll be blurry until the bar goes away. So you want to right click, you want to save image as, and then save it on your pictures. You want to name it whatever particular you want to name it, okay? So same thing that I did with the antiseptic wipe. So let me go ahead and insert a new slide. Going to do a blank slide and show you. So you're going to go to insert pictures, and I'm going to go ahead and click on my 2 little pictures here. Let me go ahead and click on my purple one that I just chose. So here are my two pictures. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna click one at a time, go ahead and resize. So I'm resizing as needed, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and come in. Let's say that this was my image, okay? If I wanted to copy and paste, I would have to copy each individual picture and paste. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight on both. I'm gonna right click, I'm gonna group, and now this is actually one image. So I can copy that image and then I can paste. So now I have two, okay? And let's do another one, copy, paste, and now I have three, okay? So forth and so on. And if I wanted to do all of these three, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm gonna right click, I'm gonna group all of them, and now this is one picture. So when I copy, I'm gonna go ahead and paste and check me out. Talk about working faster, okay? And smarter. So that's how I created these rows, okay? And that's how I created that. So then I went ahead and printed this out and had the students cut their own individual ones out. I went ahead and printed extra ones just so that I have some ready for next school year. So that is how you make your grid. And here, of course, and one thing I didn't show you with this is you have to come in, go to insert, and then you're going to click on text box and here, and then you can start typing, you know, whatever you're going to type. And then when you're going to insert a picture, same thing, you're just going to insert the picture, let's say the first aid. It's really big, so you have to really resize it. You take your picture and you insert it. What I really like is that these little lines, these dotted lines come up to show you kind of what, you know, your sizing, where you're, it's in the middle or not, if you're even. So if you highlight the word and the picture, you can group them as well. So now this is, oops. So this is actually, see if it'll do it. I clicked on something, copy, and then we're gonna paste, and so now, oh, and so see now I have two. So I can go ahead and I'm going to copy and paste. So now I have three. So instead of having to type each one and pasting each picture, I just created my type, and then I created my picture, and then I joined them together to make one. So that is how I made this. And let me go ahead and just zoom in to show you. And you can pause the screen and you can see what is in that procedure. See if I can zoom it in a little bit. Whoops. See if I can zoom it in a little bit more so you guys can see what is in here, what it says, and if you needed to, you can use that. Okay. So that is how I use it. I use PowerPoint. Again, this is where teachers pay teachers. Those people, this is how they create their stuff. So it's how I create all my stuff now, and I love it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Please find me on social media, on Facebook at Montserrat, or as Montserrat Ramirez-Canales. I'll be more than happy to help you out, FaceTime with you, get you through one of these, and it's really just neat to be able to create your own little things. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you soon.